Today we've got a number of senior training managers who have come together to look at the training needs of the Queensland Fire and Emergency Services. It's a group which includes the managers who arrange the training needs of firefighters, station officers, rural volunteers, SES volunteers and the disaster management training. So all these components are very important to us. It's a day that's been devoted to understanding what the training business is going to be for the new organisation. Today is all about capability. We know that when training is done well, then the organisation's capability increases. And we know that if training is done well, then people are safe and good operational outcomes are achieved. The training transition team has been tasked with looking at a number of recommendations from both the Kelty and Malone reports, and at the moment we're working our way through those recommendations on how best they should be implemented into our new agency. Certainly we're seeing work having been done to date. We're going to see work continue through 2014, all for the purpose of creating an effective training system for the new organisation.
Rural training is very much an integral part of the transition process, and we need to make sure that our 35,000 volunteers are represented through this process so that we can ensure that their safety is looked after and their training needs are addressed to enable our brigades and our volunteers to undertake training to address the risks that they have in their communities and make sure that they get the training that they need to get without the bureaucratic processes that go with it, so that they can support their communities as they do in such an excellent manner already. And through this transition process we'll ensure that they can get even more training and be able to provide more support to their communities out there and be an integral part of the great organisation that we see for the future. We understand that people have had concerns with the training that's been available to them, and through this transition process they will have better opportunities and more opportunities to learn what they want to learn and what they need to learn so that they can develop themselves and ensure that their communities and their brigades and all their members remain safe and can learn some new skills and some great new skills that could also advantage them in other employment opportunities as well.
This joining of organisations offers some excellent opportunities, especially in the volunteer space. So this will offer opportunities to volunteers in both SES and Rural Fire Service to access training they've never had access to before, and to have that training above all recognised. Training is an enabler for operations, and well conducted training obviously will allow us to do our jobs well on operations in both the volunteer space and at the local government level when it comes to disaster management. The joint organisation within Qfes and the PSBA will allow us to do this by identifying efficiencies, by identifying areas of duplication. So this will enable both volunteers and staff to carry out their roles both confidently and competently in supporting our great Queensland community.